Building momentum and turning visibility into business growth. Momentum tends to build quietly rather than through one big dramatic moment. All those small, consistent actions you take every week matter. If you want to turn those visibility moments into real business growth, this article is for you. How many small moments do you have each week in your business that could raise your visibility? It might be a conversation at a networking event, a LinkedIn post, or a thoughtful collaboration. You might not be able to see the big picture yet, but all these consistent actions are building momentum. Suddenly, people start recognizing your name. Opportunities begin to land in your inbox, and someone recommends you in a room you weren't even in. That's your visibility in action. Now, I don't want you to think that building momentum means adding more to your busy calendar or pushing yourself to the brink of burnout. Being intentional about your visibility and operationalizing how you show up in your business does the heavy lifting for you without adding more hours or encroaching on your family time. I'm incredibly vocal about enjoying weekends with my grandkids, going to the football match and reclaiming Fridays for myself. But setting these boundaries means I'm more strategic about how I build momentum. Let's look at how you can create real sustainable momentum. Consistency creates recognition. One of the biggest misconceptions in business visibility is that you need to do something extraordinary to get noticed. But in reality, momentum is built through that consistent presence. When you show up regularly, sharing insights, asking thoughtful questions, celebrating others, and contributing to conversations, you become familiar, and familiarity builds on the know, like, and trust elements. So what does consistency look like? Posting regularly on LinkedIn, attending networking events each month, showing up in community conversations, publishing blogs and newsletters, supporting and amplifying other members. When people hear your name multiple times across different spaces, you stop being someone they met once or twice and start becoming someone they know. I've lost count of the times when someone has walked up to me and said, "I know you, you're Sandra Garlick. I've seen you everywhere." How can you show up repeatedly with intention? Strategy turns activity into momentum. You attend events, post online, speak on stages, and collaborate with others. But if those actions aren't aligned with your goals, they can feel scattered. Momentum comes when your visibility activity becomes strategic rather than reactive. Try asking yourself the following questions. Who do I want to be known by? Do your ideal client work here? What are those people already spending their time? Where are they? Which networks, events? What conversations do I want to be part of? What solutions do you offer? What expertise do I want to be recognised for? What's your expertise niche? Once you can answer those questions, your visibility strategy becomes much easier to carry out. And instead of trying to be everywhere, you start showing up in the right rooms with the right message for the right audience. This is a strategy I use in my own business. I talk to my academy members about the events I attend and those I avoid, and I share my experiences so they can better understand the impact of having a strategy in place. Visibility creates opportunity. We often hear the phrase, your network is your net worth, but did you know that your network can only advocate for you if they know what you do? Visibility needs clarity. If you're not showing up in a way that feels like you, then you won't connect with your target audience. Help your ideal client understand what problems you solve, who you help, what conversations you lead, what opportunities you're open to. Help people connect the dots for you. When you do, they can recommend you, tag you in opportunities, and introduce you to the right people. Visibility turns your expertise into something others can share and amplify. Planning keeps momentum moving. When business owners rely on last-minute energy, their visibility efforts might start strong, but then disappear when life gets busy. Planning allows you to stay visible, even when your calendar gets full. Here's what a simple visibility plan might look like. Monthly, one event or networking opportunity. One long-form piece of content, a blog, article or newsletter. Weekly, 2 or 3 LinkedIn posts, 1 meaningful conversation or introduction. Quarterly, speaking opportunities, podcasts or events, collaborations or partnerships, strategic introductions. When you plan, you can create a structure that builds momentum and helps your business to grow. I prefer to do 90-day planning for my business, which gives me flexibility while building the right momentum to carry me through the year. Speaking accelerates your visibility. Consistency might help you to build recognition, but speaking certainly accelerates it. My audience knows that I host events, speak on panels, run masterclasses, and deliver keynote talks on a variety of topics. I've built that reputation over time by speaking in different rooms and becoming known as a visibility strategist and speaker mentor. You don't need to start on big stages. Momentum can begin with a small community talk, a podcast guest spot, or running workshops within your network. Every speaking opportunity builds credibility and strengthens your visibility. Are you ready to build your visibility strategy? I run a variety of strategy days, and you might be interested in attending one of those. But if you're ready to go deeper, the Let's Get Visible Accelerate Academy supports entrepreneurs in building consistent strategic visibility that positions them for speaking opportunities, collaborations, and long-term growth. It opens up to new members on Friday, the 8th of May. Visibility means being strategic and consistent. When you understand this, momentum becomes inevitable, and your business will not only grow, but thrive. If you really want to build a visibility strategy that's both intentional and impactful with support, clarity, and connection, ask me about the Amplify experience, where I amplify you, your voice, and your business during a 6-month small group curated experience, working entirely to your agenda. Why not book a discovery call to find out more?